Welcome back to the channel. We are here June 27th, and this is going to be the showdown breakdown of the Eastern Conference Finals we got going on between the Atlanta Hawks and the Milwaukee Bucks. Game 3 back in Atlanta. Can Atlanta keep the home field advantage, or will Milwaukee Bucks be able to steal it back and make it even? Because the Atlanta Hawks already stole one game from them. It's up to the Milwaukee Bucks to steal another game back. So we're going to look at this. Just a quick update on yesterday's props. 0 for 2 on that. That is fine. That is okay. That was our first 0 for. We missed it because Chris Paul, we had 18.5. He scored 18. And we had Chris Paul, 9.5 assists. He only had 7. So this was a ridiculous low scoring game. Only 84 points, a ton of misses. Chris Paul could have easily scored more than 18.5 points. He almost got there. He actually missed a free throw. So that missed free throw was that prop. And then the assists were, he had plenty of passes, but a lot of guys missed wide open shots. Crowder was 1 for 8. Bridges was okay, but didn't take that many shots. Booker missed a ton of shots. 0 for 5 from 3. He even missed 2 free throws. So it was very ugly, low-scoring game in that affair. So we're going to just go over to Draftkings, and I'm going to show you who I'm going to be focused on for Sunday's showdown slate between the Bucks and Atlanta Hawks. Obviously, each of the first 2 games are one side of the story and then another side of the story. You had Atlanta playing tough, coming out, beating Milwaukee. And then Milwaukee, they wasn't going to go down 0-2. They wasn't going to lose 2 straight in a row. Milwaukee came out and and blew out Atlanta. Atlanta struggled with a couple of turnovers. So Atlanta just is going to have to adjust to the defensive adjustments from the Milwaukee Bucks. And also better shooting performance. So that was another reason why Atlanta wasn't able to keep up pace. They got blown out by 34 points. And you chalk it up. They chalked it up early in that fourth quarter. They didn't really they played all the scrubs in the fourth quarter and chalked it up. So, and we're going to move on to Atlanta. That's pretty much what happened in that game too. So Atlanta's back home. Obviously, we like the role players in Atlanta. That's going to be incorporated into today's lineup. All right. So number 1, I want a bounce back performance from Trae Young. Obviously, I like him at the captain spot. We like Giannis at the captain spot. We like Trae Young at the captain spot. Jrue Holiday has been very consistent as of late. But if you're going to afford all these big guys, you're going to need to find some cheaper options. So Trae Young was the first guy. He showed up in game 1. I expect him to show up in game 3. The turnovers was just 3 more than the other game. But the problem was knocking down his shots. All right, knocking down the shots. He only had, even when he struggles to score, which is 15 points from the last game, he usually is able to facilitate. So a down game with the assists, I expect that to go back up to another level, back to where it was belong. I want double-digit assists from Trae Young, and I see that happening yet again. So we love him there. Obviously, he is a definite. Next was going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo has been very consistent as of late. Obviously, he will play. He's going to get you 20-plus points. He's going to get you some assists and make you get a double-double in the rebound department. It's very rare when he gets under 10 rebounds, as you can see here. 12, 11, 11, 14. It's very rare. It's very rare. So we expect Giannis to get back to his norm as well. A sneaky guy to look at is going to be Bogdanovich. So Bogdanovich has been struggling, obviously, with that knee issue. But what I saw in that previous game in that first half was him knocking down his shot. He went 50% from the 3-point line. That's a change. That's a difference since his injury. He hasn't made any threes. He made 1 3 in that, game 6 in Philadelphia. And other than that, it was him struggling. Maybe he can get back to his ways, knocking down jumpers. He was able to facilitate the ball with 4 assists and got you 1 steal in limited minutes in only that first half pretty much that he played. So if I'm getting a boost in production from Bogdanovich, then we got a nice 1-2 punch here, and that can also help Kevin Huerter to step up, John Collins to step up, Danilo Gallinari to step up as well. But it's going to be very big story if Bogdanovich can put some points on the board. Then Atlanta has a chance. to take this game or at least cover that 4.5. They have a big opportunity if Bogdanovich can score on that one side of the ball. He can be a liability on the other side with the defense. But I need you. Atlanta needs Bogdanovich to put that ball in the basket. Okay? Has to. 25%, 27%, 16% shooting is horrible. It's not going to get it done. I think it turns around today. He's been dropped to a new low price at 6,600. If you want to put him at that captain spot, take that risk. He has the upsides to do so if he's knocking down his jumper. Drew Holiday is another guy. Coming from that Brooklyn Nets series, coming into this Atlanta one, I saw that he would improve, and he's done it. 33-10 with 4 rebounds in game 1 and game 2. Got you another 20-point game, 22 points, 1 steal, 1 block, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. That's what you want from Drew Holiday, okay? Right around that 40 burger range and above. I think he can do it again. We already seen Middleton struggle with his home and away splits. So you can go to him. I'm not forcing him in there because you're gonna have to make a choice. All right, you can't afford all of them. You can afford 3 of these expensive guys. You can't afford all of them. All right, and you're gonna have to cut some guys in or out. Another guy I was looking at, Kevin Huerter. We spoke about just a little bit. If he can get his shot going, he is a big proponent for, the Atlanta Hawks winning these games. He is a very strong home player as well. In his last home game, he got 17 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists against Philly. So I'm hoping for a similar performance out of him in that way because Trae Young is going to need help because they're trying to force the ball out of his hands and make other people have to hit shots. And it's going to have to be Bogdanovich, who's number 2, and Kevin Huerter, who's going to be number 3. Another question mark to look out for is going to be Cam Reddish. He was able to get 17 minutes. Obviously, that was in cleanup time. But if he's knocking down his threes and shooting well, coming back from his injury, then he can get some minutes off the bench to help out that second unit with Danilo Gallinari and Lou Williams and other guys like that. That would be a nice boost there. Other than Giannis and Drew Holiday, another Milwaukee Buck I was going to look at would be Bobby Portis. A lot of people like Brook Lopez. He's consistent with the 20 DK range, but someone cheaper that can also produce that is going to be Bobby Portis, getting 15 to 18 minutes. He has been coming in, and there has been instant offense, impact on the rebounding side, and a little bit of defense. So 11-8 in game 1, and then 8-1-1-3 in game 2. Sat a little bit as well because it was a blowout, so they brought the scrubs. So not the backups, the backups behind the backups that came in for Milwaukee Bucks to finish out that game. So I expect Bobby Portis to get the same amount of minutes and hopefully the same amount of production. But those are the guys I really look forward to playing for today. If you want to spin up on FanDuel with Trae Young, Drew Holiday, and Giannis, if you just wanted that, just boom, 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 it's ugly. $7K salary with the remaining guys left, and you would have to choose maybe one 8K guy and one 6K guy. But other than that, you're looking at 7K, and that's Solomon Hill, and that's it. You're going to have to make some adjustments. So you might have to choose a cheaper MVP. You might have to choose a cheaper secondary star. You can go Trae Young and Giannis, cut out Drew Holiday, and find someone in this mid-tier range to fill out your lineup. A Danilo Gallinari, a Bogdanovich, a Brook Lopez. Some of these guys around here. You can't afford these expensive guys. Actually, what would help was taking out Holiday, maybe put in Middleton. You got a nice 1-2 punch there, and then your average is 7,500. All right, and then you can go maybe a Bobby Portis and someone cheaper, or maybe someone cheaper around that 6K range. Really punt it, and then you can afford afford a 9K guy, just hypothetical. Okay, so then you can afford someone around the 8,500 range. But the choice is yours. I'm giving you options. It's really tight on FanDuel. It's really, really tight on FanDuel. So now let's look over to the player props we got going for Sunday. Number 1. Let me just, so you can see the odds. Let me put it over to round robin. Round robin is just for me so you can see the odds. I'm not telling you to use round robin, just so you guys know. Atlanta Hawks plus 4.5. I expect them at home to bounce back, keep this game close and tight, and not get blown out yet again. Trae Young, I love at plus 30 points and above in a bounce back situation back at home at the crib. I expect Trae Young to come out firing on all cylinders, knocking down threes and facilitating that basketball. I love it at minus 118. That is a nice price right there. And then Bogdanovich, I think this is a nice cheap price. A starting shooting guard to get over 10 points. And you know he's going to take double digits amount of attempts. So Bogdanovich, just to get you 10 points, I'm not asking for the world. I think that's a solid bet at plus 104. I think that is a steal. Let me know in that comment section below how you feel about today's core. We're more on the side of Atlanta. Obviously, they are the home team. They should be a little bit cheaper because a lot of those guys did not perform well, and they are the home team. Okay, they are the home team in this situation and scenario. And I'm going to be more focused on Atlanta filling in those cheap guys because those guys produce more, and then you can fill in the Milwaukee Bucks, the Giannis and Jrue Holiday of the world. And then the only cheap guy that I like on Milwaukee is going to be between Bobby Portis and Connaughton. Those are the two options. Okay, so let me know how you feel about the core for today. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Comment down below how you feel about the props as well. Do you have any other suggestions? I've been focused on, I've been one-sided on some of these props, but if you have something else to offer, let me know down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter and MessageSD, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Peace out.